He's one of my favorite chefs in Waterloo region. Marcelo cooks at Marcelo's restaurant. Great Italian food. It's located in Cambridge, Highway 24 and Eagle Street. How long has Marcelo's been here?
We're going on a 7-year. We opened December 2005. So it's like almost 7 years.
There's a real rustic kind of earthy feel to it. It's simple cuisine, country style.
It is simple but good in the same time, and like a lot of flavor. And all the flavors gotta be like all fresh and everything put together.
Do you have a good selection of Italian wines that sort of match the cuisine that you're cooking here?
I have everything from Pinot Grigio to a Chardonnay, 2 different Muscats, which are the best whites. A sweet one and a dry one. And then for the reds, I have like from the Merlot, the house red, which is a Montepulciano, Merlot mixed with a Sangiovese and Amarone and Barolo. We have not too many, but they're all good.
What kind of trade are you doing now? Because you've gone to just dinners, you're only open for dinners. Maybe tell us about the hours and what kind of customers you're getting in with those new hours.
So yeah, starting this year, we open just Tuesday till Sunday, and we start opening at 4:30 in the afternoon. Coming for dinner, like doing meetings, but mostly like on a Friday, Saturday, Sundays, like more family.
What do you like most about cooking here, being part of the community as a restaurant?
What do I like most? I like, let's say, it's pretty much fun to put up with him in the kitchen. A lot of fun. And then nice to meet new people, nice to serve them, and I do enjoy the comments they have for his cooking. So this is really like a lot of fun, and I do enjoy doing this.
We're in the prep area at Marcelo's restaurant. One of my favorite chefs. He has his very own distinctive personality. He's really a pleasure to talk to, and we're going to get a little bit of insight into how he cooks right now. And you're going to make us a dumpling that in Italian is gnocchi. Is there other kinds of dumplings that you're familiar with from world cuisine? Every culture sort of has its own...
Everybody has a shot on those. The Polish people, the Hungarians, the Romanians, the Germans, we all have a shot on the simplest potato, flour and eggs. The Italians, they decided to make it long, short, and we're on the phase of doing the 2 starches for the 2 dishes that we're going to do today.
Okay.
So first is going to be a pappardelle pasta, which has a semolina and eggs combination. Next one is going to be the potato and the egg whites and salt. So I assume we'll move on it.
You go right ahead and show us how it's done.
That's it.
These potatoes have been cooked a day ahead?
A day ahead.
Grated them?
A day ahead. This is the only time when you can actually touch them a little bit harder than normal. Just to incorporate the egg yolks, the egg whites. And from there on, salt is in. We'll put it together so we don't get too semolina.
And by their yellow color, I'm guessing that they're Yukon Golds?
Yeah, they are Yukon Golds, and they are cooked in their own skin. You cannot go in a machine. Italians, they have a funny way of doing things. They're not doing any sophisticated sauces or preparation. They just take terribly long time. It's more of a folding thing than anything else. So here comes the cutting. We're going back to a combination of eggs and semolina. We're looking again for a silky texture. After 20 minutes, we're left with a nice cylinder. Then we're gonna let it rest at this point. We're not gonna do it by hand. We'll use this beautiful invention. At this point, a lot of things can be done with a sheet of pasta, from the ravioli to tortellini to a sheet of lasagna, or today we're doing pappardelle, so we'll stay nice and thick. And we'll use probably about 5-6 sheets from here for one portion. And that's the 2 starches for our dishes for tonight.
Beautiful. Well, as I've said, Chef Marcel does things in his own way. We've got our dishes already prepared, and he's going to work backwards to show how they all get together. So what do we got to go next to, Marcel? What's the next step for us?
So what we're looking here is homemade pappardelle with cherry tomato, arugula, ricotta, with topped with portabella, grilled portabella mushroom, and we have a saltimbocca veal cutlets. Next dish would be breadcrumb gremolata gnocchi with balsamic cod, a wild Pacific balsamic cod, topped with a Sicilian caponata, which means a touch of the onion, celery, eggplant, touch of balsamic vinegar, tomatoes, and olives, and of course capers.
Capers. Now, gremolata is the parsley,
lemon rind, and garlic.
Garlic.
The whole
Beautiful,
thing gets
beautiful.
incorporated into a breadcrumb mixture that gets fried for a minute or 2.
A lot of really great Italian flavors here. So let's see how it all goes together.
So we'll start with a tomato sauce that we can divide in a couple places. Touch of salt, touch of pepper. We'll add the cherry tomatoes. We'll lower the heat and we'll let it simmer for about 5 minutes. On the other hand, the cod is going into a frying pan. The oil and the balsamic will just coat and give a nice black glaze. For a braising liquid, we send it in the oven for about 6 minutes. Caponata will require a touch more oil because of the eggplant, which acts like a sponge. Everything has to be coated. The oil gets sucked up, but it will be released eventually back into the frying
eggplant
pan.
gets brown very quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, needs quite a bit of heat. We have the whole cloves of garlic that they're going to be removed.
So they infuse into the
Yes.
Is it olive oil you're using or veg?
Olive oil, a touch of pine nuts for the caponata, so they all roast and get coated again in there. Just before they start browning, we're just going to remove them. And here goes the breadcrumb, the lemon, garlic parsley combination, and we'll let it rest again. We're going to the main star of the show, the veal saltimbocca.
A classic Roman dish, my
Yes.
understanding is.
White veal cutlets, not too much salt and pepper. They'll get it from the prosciutto. And this will be the point where the pasta goes in. So we got the thick ribbons of pappardelle pasta on a salted water.
Could be good. Just gonna give that sage a little bit of a toast.
Yes, just a touch. And we'll need a touch of wine. Maybe a touch more. And a cube of butter. And we're resting. In goes the gnocchi. And while we're plating the first dish, the gnocchis are cooking right now. Portabella, just a couple slices. We got the veal coming. We have a touch of the basil oil, and we're finishing up with a couple pieces of Parmesan. Freshly grated pepper. And there you have it. Next dish. Just a touch of the fresh ricotta. Caponata is going right in a plate. We'll top it up with the cod. And this is it. Pappardelle, homemade pappardelle with a saltimbocca veal, and we have the gremolata gnocchi with a balsamic cod.